Good morning to you. This is Brother Charles, and we are thoroughly intrigued and excited to be here this morning. How's your day going? We hope that everything's going okay. This morning, we're going to talk to you about a topic that we can all take part in, and that topic is gratitude or being thankful. Most of the time we take things for granted. We don't say thank you enough, and that's what we want to deal with. Thank you this morning. I see that Jesus here has a very beautiful illustration of how he says thank you. There are 10 lepers, and this is found over in the Gospel of Luke, where these 10 lepers were walking and they saw Jesus and they asked him to have mercy on them, asked him to heal them. And Jesus said, called them to it and told them to go show themselves to the priest. And they did that. And on their way there, they went and they were healed. And the most interesting thing about this whole concept is that one came back and said, thank you. One came back and said, thank you. And this particular individual was a Samaritan. The Bible is very specific on this. It says that he was a Samaritan. That's very interesting because he was a foreigner who had enough sense to say thank you. And that is something that we take for granted most of the time. We don't say thank you enough. Now, in this particular story, it's found in the Gospel of Luke, Luke 17, 11 through 19. You can read that if you want to. In order for this particular Samaritan to come back and say thank you, there had to be some reason or some training. There's a passage over in Proverbs that says, train up a child the way he should go, and when he is old, he will what? Will not depart from it. Now, we see this as a very interesting example. This one individual came back and said, thank you. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for the favor. You know, a lot of times we take things for granted. We take people for granted. We don't say thank you enough. Oh, that's just all right. When someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. Someone says, oh, that's a new dress you got on. That's a new suit you got on. Say thank you. Oh, we take it for granted. So this brings us to this very interesting point. Why did this Samaritan come back and say thank you? Well, let's go back to this verse over in Proverbs. It says, train up a child the way he is to go, and when he is old, he will what? Not depart from it. Now, this particular individual was trained to say thank you. I've noticed little children, whenever you do something for them, they say thank you. That's so beautiful, that's so kind, but their parents have trained them to say what? Thank you. It's very interesting because you and I as individuals do not use this particular word enough. Thank you. It will open up doors for you. It will lead you into greater areas of joy just by saying thank you. Well, what should I be thankful for? Well, the Bible tells you basically in all things, well, give thanks. Well, what about the bad things? Well, that's very interesting too. We want to give thanks for the bad things because in bad things there's a lesson to be learned. And in the good thing, there's a blessing to be received. So when bad things happen to you, say, oh, what is it that I'm to learn here? I'm learning a lesson. I'm learning that this is not going to be forever. This is just temporary. There is something in me that needs to be corrected. I need to learn how to deal with this particular situation. In other words, I need to say thank you. I need to say thank you to the Lord for letting this adversity come into my life, because if this hadn't come in here, I wouldn't know how I could deal with it. Therefore, I am able to say thank you. Thank you for being so kind to me. Thank you for meeting my needs according to your riches and glory by Christ Jesus. But what about the bad things when they happen to people? Well, that's okay, because there are lessons in bad things. We all learn from our adversity. If you didn't learn, that means you weren't listening. Well, what about the good things? When good things happen to you, it comes for a blessing. There's a lesson in that also. It learns you how to what? To be thankful to. Practice generosity. Practice saying thank you. Thank you for being good. Thank you for all the good things that are going on. There's an old saying that says it's better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Now, it's very easy to look at the current situation today and just chip in on the bandwagon and say, oh, look how bad things are, look how terrible things are. But there are individuals that are laying in hospitals that will be more than happy to trade places with you. Why? Because they understand the essence of health. Now, if you don't love yourself, you will neglect yourself in health. And so many people do this. They neglect themselves in health. Oh, I love myself. Not really. You don't love yourself. I hear people singing songs. I'm not worthy, and I'm so unworthy. Lord, have mercy on me. I didn't deserve this. I don't deserve. You deserve everything you have. You are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. You were created by God. God is in you, not out of you, in you. Once you begin to look on the inside, there is where you will find your treasures. See, thank you comes out from within. Thank you is a part of your essence. So you give thanks, and when you give thanks, you open up doors of blessings to come forward to you. Practice all the time saying thank you. Somehow or another, the Christian doctrine has been highly misinterpreted. And I say this out of all the respect, that it has been misinterpreted into thinking that, well, people say, I want to join church. That's great. You go on and join church, but is this really what you want to do? Is this really what you want to do? When individuals become Christians, I ask one question: are you a practicing Christian, or do you just come in think it's going to be automatic? It's not going to be automatic. So you're going to have to practice Christianity. You're going to have to practice gratitude. You're going to have to practice saying thank you at all times. Whenever there's a situation that takes place in your life, say thank you. You're driving down the street and somebody cut in front of you and you want to say some bad words, say thank you. Here's a lesson that I'm learning. I'm learning patience. I'm learning that what is, and I'm not going to worry about that because that's not who I am. I'm not going to come down to that level of getting into animosity and being angry and upset. But here again, I say thank you. Thank you for the good as well as bad. It is written in the scriptures that in all things, what? Give thanks. Why? Because there are lessons in there for you to learn. This universe that we live in operates on by laws. It's not how we think things should be, but there are laws. There's a law of gravity. If you fall off a building, you're going down. Why? Because of the law of gravity. So here, this morning, practice saying thank you. Be thankful for what you have. There are many individuals that don't have what you have. You have a great deal to be thankful for. Here again, I have the ability, you have the ability to choose. You can choose whether or not you're going to be a novel person. You can choose whether or not you're going to be an ugly person today. You get out of the bed saying everything's wrong, this is a bad place to live in. Guess what? Bad things are going to be coming to you all day because that's the attitude that you have given, that you come into. But when you say thank you for this day, write down a list of things that you're thankful for. I will guarantee you this, that if you will take the time to say thank you, your blessings will begin to come in. Good things will begin to be attracted to you. Why? Because you're giving your attitude to gratitude. You're saying thank you. Anybody can tell you how bad it is. Anybody can tell you how terrible things are. But in essence, you are blessed. You are a divine being created in the image of God. So don't let anybody tell you some kind of wretch. I, as a personal individual, understand that things happen for a purpose and a reason. And when you don't understand what's going on, say thank you. Thank you. Here's a lesson that I'm learning today. Here's something for me to learn. And just say thank you. It's a beautiful day outside. Oh, it's raining, it's terrible. No. Thank you for that. You're in this day. You are here. But learn to be saying thank you. When you say thank you, gratitude opens up doors for you through humility. Things happen for you. Well, what should I be thankful for? Thankful for your health. Thank you for the fact that you are here. Thank you for the fact that no one can tell you how great you're going to be. Your potential is beyond measurement. So here again, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for being good to us. Thank you for understanding and keeping us. But here again, I want you to look within yourself and say, oh, I am somebody. I am blessed. I am kind. I'm smart. I am intelligent. You step into a different realm. So here again, we want to say thank you for being the person that you are. Thank you for who you are. Now, as we're getting ready right now to wrap up this little session on Sunday morning, for those of you who weren't able to get to Sunday school, and here again, I'm not a traditional person that thinks that things are bad. Oh, I'm thankful for all the good things. I'm thankful for things that I'm going through right now. Why? There are lessons. There are lessons in there for me to learn. And I thank God for these lessons. So we want to wrap this up. I want to share a little story with you. And here's a little story that was very interesting. There was a lady, and she goes to her pastor, and she tells the pastor, she said, well, I'm not coming to this church anymore. I'm not going to be here. I'm just not pleased with what's going on. The pastor said, what is the problem? She says, well, you know, there are a lot of people that are here, and these individuals are talking on their cell phones all day, all the time, and then they're texting on their cell phones. These are hypocrites. They're not living right. People are just doing all kinds of things. She said, and I'm not pleased at this particular situation. So this is going to be my last Sunday, and people aren't paying attention. So I'm not coming back. A lot of hypocrites in here. So the pastor said, okay, would you do one thing for me before you make this final decision not to come back? And the lady says, what is that? He says, I'm going to give you a glass of water. And she said, okay, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to walk around this sanctuary 2 times and make sure that none of the water spills out. The lady says, okay. And so she walked around 2 times, and the pastor said, was anybody on their cell phone? She said, I didn't see. I didn't have time. I was focused on the water. He said, was anybody not living right? She said, I didn't see. I didn't have time. I was focusing on the water. And so the pastor said, well, listen. He said, here's the point. When you come to church, you don't come there to look at people. You come there to focus in on God. That is your purpose. So don't let anybody devalue who you are. You are somebody. You are a very intelligent person. I get sick and tired of hearing people hear these songs coming out of victim's mentality. Don't ever see yourself as a victim. Always see yourself as a spiritual being. You were created in the image of God, and don't devalue who you are. Face your insecurities. Understand that you can overcome whatever it is that you're dealing with. You are somebody. Now, here again, I'm not here to threaten you and tell you how bad you are, but on the other hand, we're just here to inform you that this is a day that you can say, thank you. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my job. Thank you for the place that I go to worship. Thank you for all the good things that we have. Thank you for the money that's coming. And thank you for all of the adversity that's coming, because there can be no question if there is no answer. There can be no solution if there is no problem. So here again, we're just saying, take time to say thank you. Thank you for another beautiful day. You are in it. And don't ever devalue who you are. You are somebody. Now you have the possibility to look at who you are. You have the possibility to say, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do that. But most of all, I'm going to do it in a spirit of gratitude. Practice saying thank you. It's not going to be automatic, but let it become a part of your being, that you understand the essence of gratitude. Always give thanks. And you, my friend, will rise to the top. Here again, this is Brother Charles saying, love, joy, peace, and happiness. And may these blessings forever be in your life as you walk upon this good earth that God has given us. Give us a thumbs up on this here if you like this here, please, and tell your friends about it. And we're going to say thank you.